It was a day like any other in the quiet reaches of the Galactic Union. Planets prospered, trade routes flourished, and the diverse civilizations enjoyed a delicate peace. But this calm was shattered when an unknown fleet emerged from a distant nebula, bearing the emblem of a new alien species, the Rezakari. No one knew where they had come from or what they wanted, but their ships were vast and bristling with weapons. They sent no messages, offered no introductions. They simply attacked. The first planets to fall were on the outskirts of Union territory, colonies of peaceful miners and farmers who never stood a chance against the Rizikari's brutal assault. The Galactic Union scrambled to form a defense, employing its finest fleets and warriors, but each encounter ended the same way: utter defeat. The Rizikari seemed unstoppable, their technology far beyond anything the Union had faced before. Whispers spread quickly across the stars, stories of entire worlds razed to the ground, fleets reduced to debris in the dark. Even the most war-hardened species within the Union, like the reptilian Krant and the insectoid Centaur, found themselves outmatched. The Union High Council convened an emergency session, the grim faces of its leaders illuminated by the holographic maps of the burning Outer Rim. The Rezikari were advancing steadily toward the heart of the Union, and no one seemed capable of stopping them. The Council had no choice but to call upon humanity, a species known for its unpredictability and tenacity. The humans had been the latest members to join the Union, viewed with a mix of skepticism and curiosity by the older civilizations. They were an odd lot, considered impulsive and reckless by many, but they had a knack for survival and an uncanny ability to adapt. When the request for help reached Earth, the response was immediate. Unlike other species, humans had a history of thriving under pressure, their resilience born from a long history of facing insurmountable odds. They had a saying, "When the going gets tough, the tough get going." And go they did. In record time, they mobilized their fleets, drawing from every corner of their diverse planet. From the deserts of Mars to the oceans of Europa, human soldiers, scientists, and engineers volunteered to face the Rezikari threat head-on. As the human fleet departed from Earth, the Union forces watched with a mixture of hope and doubt. Could these newcomers succeed where all others had failed? The humans did not seem to be concerned with appearances. Their ships were not as sleek or beautiful as the Centaur vessels, nor as intimidating as the Krent warships. They were a patchwork of different designs, each one tailored for a specific purpose. But what the human fleet lacked in elegance, it made up for in raw power and versatility. Commander Ava Miller stood on the bridge of the USS Endurance *, the flagship of the human fleet. She was a seasoned veteran, her sharp eyes scanning the monitors as the fleet approached the first contested system. Her crew was a mix of men and women from all walks of life, all united by a common purpose. She could feel the tension in the air, the weight of a galaxy's expectations resting on their shoulders. "We have entered the target system," reported Lieutenant Ramirez from the helm. "Rezikari ships detected, moving in fast." Ava nodded, her gaze fixed on the tactical display. "Bring us to combat readiness. All hands, battle stations." The alarm klaxon sounded and the ship came alive with activity. In the hangars, pilots rushed to their fighters, while engineers double-checked the weapons systems. Ava felt a familiar surge of adrenaline as she took a deep breath. This was it, the moment that would decide the fate of countless worlds. "Let's show them what humans are made of," she muttered under her breath. The first wave of Rezikari fighters swarmed toward the fleet, their sleek, angular forms cutting through the void like knives. They fired beams of energy that crackled with dark, malevolent power, tearing through the Union ships that had dared to challenge them before. But the humans did not flinch. They had come prepared. "Release the drones," Ava commanded. From the belly of the Endurance *, hundreds of small, agile drones swarmed out like a cloud of angry bees. Each drone was equipped with a high-intensity laser and advanced targeting systems. They darted between the Rezikari fighters, attacking in coordinated waves. Within moments, the Rezikari formations were in disarray, their ships struggling to track and eliminate the swarming threats. "And now, bring us closer," Ava ordered. "Prepare to fire the railguns." The Endurance * accelerated, its powerful engines pushing it toward the heart of the Rezikari fleet. The railguns hummed with energy. With a deafening roar, they unleashed their fury. Slugs of metal, accelerated to near-light speed, tore through the enemy ships with devastating force. Several Rezikari vessels exploded in bright plumes of fire, while others broke apart, their twisted hulls drifting aimlessly in the void. Ava smiled grimly. Not so invincible after all. The human fleet pressed the attack, exploiting every weakness, adapting to every change in enemy tactics. The battle raged on, but it was clear that the tide had turned. For the first time, the Rezikari were on the defensive, and as they began to retreat, the humans pursued, relentless and unyielding. The Rezikari fleet finally broke and fled back to the safety of the nebula from which they had come. The human fleet held their position, battered but victorious. The Union forces, watching from a distance, erupted in cheers. They had done it. Against all odds, the humans had won. But Ava knew this was just the beginning. The Rezakari would regroup and return, stronger than before. She turned to her crew, her expression resolute. "This was just the first round," she said. "We have shown them what we're capable of, but the real fight is still ahead. We need to be ready." The crew nodded, their faces filled with determination. They had proven themselves today, but they were under no illusions. The road ahead would be long and difficult, but they were ready to face it together. As the fleet began to regroup and assess the damage, Ava allowed herself a moment of reflection. She knew that this victory would inspire hope across the Union, but it was more than that. It was a message to the Rezakari and anyone else who dared to threaten the peace of the galaxy. Humanity was here, and they were ready to fight.